Good morning, sweet family. Thank you so much for coming back and visiting. As you can see, I'm wearing my Easter bonnet today in commemoration of our beautiful Easter weekend coming up. Tomorrow is the last day of Lent. I observe Lent every year. I love it. I try to add something to my life that I want to incorporate and make a habit. And I want to also get rid of things that I don't want to keep doing anymore. But this year I was thinking about just being more present with the Lord. And I want to be more busy about my Father's daily business for me and not my own personal agenda, which I think is always so important. So, because our Father sees right through us. He sees the little crummy corners of our lives. He sees the places that we haven't fully released to Him. He knows all the things in our soul that is not fully settled, places where we're not committed to Him 100%. But we need to address those things. If you've got areas in your life that you haven't completely given, reconcile those things this year. Make this be the time that you do that. And we don't need to be ashamed of it either, because He understands. He sees. He knows we're fallen people. He sees our heart's desire already. He knows. He's here to help us. We just need to let Him in to do it. If we spend more time with Him and be present with Him, guess what? That's when He can transform our heart. This is when He is renewing our mind. This is when we become the person that He wants us to be. Because there's a lot of days that we feel depleted and wrung out, and we're just like, we just can't give one more ounce to anybody or anything. Because the world is constantly making withdrawals on us, always. But our Father, He's the only one that makes deposits. He's the only one not requiring anything of us. He's giving us His love, His peace, His strength, His power, and he does that out of His love for us. And if we fill our hearts with places, just the things of heaven, that's what we want. We want our heart to be full of things in heaven. Because in Matthew it says, "Come to me, all who are weary, and you will find rest for your soul." It wouldn't be in there if He didn't mean it. He said it. It's in His word. We can bank on that. No matter how we feel or how we get up every morning, we want to be able to keep reminding ourselves, my Father's got me. This is truth. We don't need to be trying to figure out everything else. He's got me. He's got everything that's going on in my life. He's promised to meet all of our needs. Think back. He's done that to you over and over and over again throughout your entire life. And when He unleashes and imparts His power, that's when we flourish. We don't have to be worried about anything anymore. It's so much smoother sailing for us. And we don't want to let our schedule make us think that we're just in this routine rut every single day, because it starts feeling like we're very ordinary. We're far from ordinary, my friend. Don't believe that. That's what the world wants you to think. We are sons and daughters of the King. We have been chosen, handpicked, selected with a plan and a purpose in mind way before we were ever even born. He's the only reason that we're able to bless other people is because we were created in His loving, compassionate image. If He did not give us those blessings, we couldn't impart them to anyone else. He's the only one that can calm our mind. He can remove the anxiety from you when you're having sleepless nights and staring at the ceiling at 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out the problems of the world. Let's not go there either, because we overload our schedules. We do this to ourselves, and when we do that, guess what we miss? Glimpses of heaven. It is right there. These are pearls or gems He wants to give us every day. But we get so blinded and blurred by what's happening, we're not ever looking up. We don't ever raise our sights. Let's grow in awareness this year, because if we allow Him to permeate our soul and to be in our entire being, He's our lifeline. He's the one that controls every breath we take every day. We want to be in a place where we're not time bound. We run our whole life by a 24-hour clock, which is so silly. It's so dumb. And we always think, oh, if we had like 2 more hours, I could get everything done. No, you couldn't. Even if He gave you 5 more, we can't even handle the 24 we got. You think you're just gonna overload that with even more. Let's not go there. Because we don't we don't want to feel guilty about pushing back the things of the world. Sometimes you have to say no to invitations, as good as they might seem. If it's going to crowd out the Lord, or you could spend that time more glorifying Him, do it. We don't want to keep pushing Him back while all this other stuff is rushing forward to us in the world. Let's make our Father be of utmost importance to us. He's our first love, like we said, and He should always be there. This is a place of reverence, and we want to treat it as such. There's times when we spend with our Father, and every time we spend with Him is a privilege. There's people around the world being persecuted for the exact same thing that we have total freedom to do. Don't forget about them either. We want to be at full attention. We want to be still and present, because when we're with our Father, guess where we are? We are on holy ground, and we need to treat it as such. I'm not talking about the lousy 2 minutes that you give to the Lord before you fall asleep and your head's on your pillow because you're too exhausted. If that's you, keep yourself out of the bed. Put your knees on the floor and finish your prayers. Those are most important time. We want to spend our morning and our evening with our Father. Those are the two most important times. You're giving him his day in every day to handle, and at night you're thanking him for what he did do for you that day. I know we need to live in a place of overwhelming gratefulness and thankfulness, because when we do that, that's when the doors of our Father swing wide open and for us to receive everything he wants us to have. I heard a pastor say a long time ago that when we're in Christ, we don't have any bad days. We don't have bad days. We shouldn't have bad days. All that worrying and complaining, that's sin. That is just sin. The devil's putting it in your mind. Don't go there. We rest in the peace and the assurance that he has got it handled. Everything, even the days that seem bad to us, guess what? He's already handled them too. The whole 24 hours that's coming up, he's already knows the end. It's already been written and filed away. We don't need to think about it, because we forget sometimes who we are and whose we are. Let's not do that. We need to learn to trust, because trust is married to peace. They're a couple. And when you have peace, that is going to calm your soul. We need to live there and stop being rattled by this world every day. I don't want that anymore. I know you see a lot of your friends and some people you know, and they seem they got it all together. Oh, look, they're so fast, they learn everything, they're so quick, la 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 la. Don't do that, because you know what's going to happen? You're going to start comparing yourself. And when you do that, you start going down, circling the drain of self-deprecation. And we don't want that. That's a sin myself itself. We've learned that as well. All of that, we're created in his image, and when you're insulting yourself, you're insulting him. You're telling him you didn't do it right, you didn't get it right. All of us are worthy. All of us bear the same love. In the Lord's eyes, we are all equal. There's nobody better than anyone else. I mean, we all can share the same blessings, the same love, and the same worth in our Father's eyes. And even the bad days that you've had, you know what? He created those too. They're not random occurrences that just happen. He's already knows what's going to happen to you. He's there to help us. This world is messy. It can get very crazy out there. But in John, it tells us that he already overcame the world, so you could have peace. Why would he tell you that if it wasn't true? Why are we still trying to figure things out every day? We don't need to do any of that. He's got it. Let's just flow with that, and we're going to feel so much better. I want to leave you with this. The scariest place that we can live is in the same place. You don't want to be the same Christian you were 20 years ago. If you're still doing the same things you did then, with no growth, no bigger love for the Lord, no bigger desire, and you're satisfied with just getting by, you need to change that today. Every day we should be closer and closer to our Father. We should be in His Word more. We should be learning more. We should be teaching more. We should be helping more. We should be servants more. All of that should be a growth as we're going towards the perfection that He wants. And we're going to achieve it fully when we get to Him in heaven. But for right now, our life should not be stagnant. We should be growing in the Lord. I want to leave this with you today as we're coming up. I want you to remember the sacrifice that our Father has provided for us, for us to even have that salvation, which the world cannot offer us at all. They can't give what they don't own, and only our Father has that. I want you to have a beautiful, blessed Easter weekend. Think about this on your holiday this weekend with your family and make beautiful memories. And you know I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.